what's up guys, it's me Sasuke, and today I'm going to be reviewing Naruto chapter 635. I decided to do something a little bit different and just do a face cam recording for this review, just because I literally just got in from work. That's why I'm wearing this collared shirt or whatever. If you guys want me to do more, just do reviews like this, I will. If you prefer the random ass gameplay over top, or with the narration of what's going on or the chapter review, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do whichever. I don't really care. I just wanted to do something a little bit different than normal, and I got out of work a little bit early today, so I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to record it like this because I can. So anyway, the chapter. Well, it was like a setup chapter. It was okay. It more or less build up for a potential plot twist that I think is going to come in the next couple of weeks. But you know, in order to go through the chapter, at the beginning we have Orochimaru, Suigetsu, and Karin all arriving at the site of the rape fest that Madara left with the Kages. And oh my god, my cat's at my door. You could probably hear him right now, but whatever. And you know, the Kages, they get there, and somehow Tsunade is still alive after being split in half. I don't necessarily understand how you can be alive for that freaking long, because I don't care if you have slugs all over you trying to heal you. I don't understand how your innards are okay after being split down, you know, split in half at the waist. But whatever, Tsunade's still alive. I guess Senju Nidane is probably what saved her, but even then that seems even crazier than being survived by being smushed by a boulder like Obito. But they get there, and basically they just stitch her, not even stitch, they move Tsunade's lower half, attach it to her body, and then Karin bites her, or no, sorry, Tsunade bites Karin, and that heals the wound. And that to me just seems a little, it doesn't make sense logically at all. I mean for Naruto logic, sure, it makes sense, I guess, because, you know, people die from splinters like Neji, and people survive boulders and all this other stupid shit. So I guess for Naruto logic it makes sense. But in the terms of her being split in half, she really should have died. And I think that Tsunade needs to die soon, just for like character progression and for the whole Hokage deal to happen. Because, for example, if she's still alive, she's not going to select Sasuke as Hokage. They're not gonna, like, them fighting for the title of Hokage is not gonna matter. He's just gonna become Orochimaru number 2, and they're not gonna pick him. Just like how Sarutobi, the third Hokage, didn't pick Orochimaru. So I personally think that she needs to die at some point, just to build up the Hokage resolution of who's gonna be next. Now, of course, if that whole decision is going to be interesting, because I'm going to make the assumption that the Hokages 1 through 4 are still going to be around, so they're going to see the resolution of the entire war and who becomes Hokage and what happens next, and then they're going to be able to, like, you know, pass on and be content with whoever is in charge in the future. Unless it's Sasuke, then they'll probably end up killing him. But that we'll talk about that later on in the chapter. But that was pretty much, you know, so she gets healed, which still blows my mind. I had to read that 3 or 4 times while at work on break, trying to figure out that just how the fuck does that make sense. But Naruto logic. So, you know, then they manage to heal the Kages, who I still think are probably going to be useless in this fight, because we've already seen what Madara can do to them when he's not really trying. So I guess it's extra fodder into the fray or whatever. So, you know, the Katsuya is giving updates. Oh my gosh, my cat's gonna drive me crazy. Giving updates to the Kages and Tsunade about what's going on, and so I'm assuming that they're gonna know everything by the time they get there about Naruto's Biju mode, that Obito, well, no, I guess they wouldn't know about Obito, but they know that Sasuke's there and all this crazy shit. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna know everything for the most part when they arrive. Now, it looks like, apparently, my assumption in last chapter about Katsuya being basically a giant-ass slug that anybody can just, like, pull from and summon, it's true, because it looks like, from what Orochimaru and Tsunade were saying, that the slug is the only slug in the forest that it's in, but it just can live in separate parts of itself. So I guess anytime someone makes a contract with the slugs, they're making a contract with Katsuya, who anyone can summon, so that way there's no interference, because that's why, or not Orochimaru, Sakura is able to summon the slug, and Tsunade is, and that's why they're able to communicate about what's going on. So it's interesting, I guess. It's a slug. I don't really give a shit about the summon, so it's just a nice little, oh, okay, so Kishimoto wasn't just, like, forgetting about his characters and the rules that he set up previously for summons. So, whatever. And then we get this weird dialogue from Orochimaru explaining his reasons for changing and how he just basically he just wants to sit back and watch and see what Sasuke does in order to, like, make his own decisions, which is, okay, whatever. Orochimaru, as a villain, he's not really a villain anymore, but I feel like he should have some sort of ulterior motive because of just the way he's been since part 1. But he says, I'm basically admitting that, he's changed and acknowledging what Tsunade said, and that, everybody changes at some point, and that's just the whole thing with the Sannin. Because I guess it's true for everyone except Jiraiya, because, he died the same way that he lived, and Tsunade was like, things probably would have been different if you would help Jiraiya in that fight, which is probably true, but at the same time, why the fuck would Orochimaru care to help him at all? But they make that correlation that Jiraiya could have ended up differently if he had survived that fight, which I guess is true. It's whatever. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the first chunk of the chapter, which after a while I just didn't care. I was like, okay, can we just go back to the battlefield, because Tsunade's not dead, and that's all I really wanted out of that part, was to find Tsunade dead and everybody else healed, because I just made sense. But Kishimoto, man, Kishimoto. So, moving ahead, what we see in the battlefield is, Sasuke is still like, I want to burn down the Jubi and stuff, because Naruto was talking, okay, deactivate the flames once you weaken it so I can pull the Biju from the Jubi. That was probably, to me, one of the most important parts of the chapter, because that means, I guess, there is a way to separate the Jubi again, and Naruto can do that. I thought I was under the impression that one would have to be able to use the Rinnegan and basically use the Sage of Six Paths abilities to split the Jubi back into its pieces. But Naruto makes it sound like, no, I can do that. Me and Kurama can do that ourselves, which it could have something to do with the fact that they Biju gave Naruto their chakra beforehand. So I guess Naruto his intention is not to destroy the Jubi or anything. I don't even think anybody can destroy it, but his intention is just paralyze it so that I can basically pull out the Biju. Which is interesting because it raises the question of, well, is anybody going to become the Jubi or the Jinchuriki for the Jubi? Oh my god, my cat is going to drive me insane. Can anybody become the Jinchuriki for the Jubi or not? So does that mean that Naruto intends to just remove all the Biju and then let them run free, or give them new hosts? What's going to happen with them? Are they going to is Naruto gonna try and make them have a host that actually gives a shit about them and doesn't see them as a weapon? So that was interesting to see Naruto's intentions there. Now, Sasuke says something relatively interesting, and I need to actually go to the chapter right quick on Manga Stream and just go to where he basically... Alright, yeah, he says, unacceptable, let it burn, in regards to the Jubi when he's talking about when Naruto asked him to stop burning the shit out of it. And I believe maybe it was in another translation I read, but yeah, it's not on the Manga Stream translation, it looks like. But basically, in this other oh, here it is, I lied. Alright, so he says, I'll put an end to this antiquated system, and from it, a new one will be. So, I feel like Sasuke, instead of destroying the leaf, he wants to destroy freaking everything, and basically from the ashes make something new. That's what I think that Sasuke is leaning towards. So when he said, I want to be Hokage, I feel like he means, I want to be Hokage, and the Leaf Village is going to rule the entire ninja world, and we're going to set up everything. Everybody else needs to get the fuck out, while I basically make everything the way I think it needs to be in order to have a good shinobi coexistence and system or whatever. So really, he's like Madara and Obito, but he's not gonna make a genjutsu. He's gonna do it his damn self. So he wants to make the genjutsu a reality, like make it real. That's what I'm getting off of his character right now. Is he's only helping them right now so that he can basically destroy the current shinobi system and make his own. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell he can do that if he's trying to kill the Jubi, because I would think that he would want to basically make it become the Jinchuriki for it, so that he'd have the power to do what he's talking about doing. But that's my assumption. That's what I think. That's my theory or whatever. That's where he's leaning towards. And I think that Sakura is noticing that even though he's back, he's still a dick. and doesn't give a shit about them. Like, Sakura's noticed that, you know, he's dark, and his whole, like, you know, her fake smile, he's like, oh yeah, I trust him that he's back, but at the same time, she probably doesn't trust him, because Sai even says her words are true, but her smile isn't. So she probably knows that at the end of the day, she's probably going to have to choose between Naruto and Sasuke, either in terms of a relationship or in terms of friendship. But I feel like regardless, Naruto's not going to take Sakura, because Naruto's already acknowledges the fact and knows the fact that she loves Sasuke. So for the Naru Saku fans, I don't think that we're going to get that, just because Naruto's already stated that he's well aware of the fact that she loves Sasuke. So I just thought I'd throw that in there, but it was just, I think that Sakura knows that at the end of the day, she's going to have to make some sort of decision, either to fight with Naruto or fight with Sasuke. And I really don't know what she would do, because she seems so wishy-washy as a character, and she's not developed enough for me to make a decision on what I think she would do as a character if they started throwing down. I would like to say that she'd be smart enough to go with Naruto, because he's been around the entire time and didn't try and kill her ass earlier in the series, but Sakura, I couldn't say. So, you know, everyone's starting to notice that Sasuke is a little darker, like the Hashirama, Shikamaru, Sai, he's unnecessary at this point. He's just kind of there and getting screen time or page time. But all in all, I mean, that was it. The chapter was interesting. The ending was kind of made me say, what the fuck, when we see Kakashi, Raikiri, Obito, and Obito stab him with, I think it looks like the Demon Wind Shuriken or something. I don't really know what to think, how I feel about that. I think that, with the way Kishimoto writes, I feel like it's going to be some stupid genjutsu shit, and we're going to see it and we're like, oh, nobody's dead. Or Kakashi will die and Obito will survive because he has Senju DNA and survives being crushed by boulders. So, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else. Actually, no, I think I do. A friend of mine texted me about Theory, and I didn't text him back because I forgot, and so I guess I'll talk about it right now. Okay, so what my friend... Now I'm back. Okay, so what my friend texted me was, what if Orochimaru heals Tsunade, then reanimates Jiraiya, and the three Sannin go and help their proteges? What do you think is the likelihood? I personally don't think that they'll revive Jiraiya, even though they have, or Orochimaru had like a little, like, not a flashback, but they had like a panel with Jiraiya in it. I don't think Orochimaru will revive Jiraiya. I feel like that's just not necessary per se, but at the same time, with the way Kishimoto writes stuff, I wouldn't be surprised, because death doesn't really mean anything right now. It's like, it's worse than Dragon Ball Z in terms of, which, I'm not knocking Dragon Ball Z for this, because it makes sense for their universe, but death kind of means nothing in the sense this entire arc started because everyone's just getting Edo Tensei, and, you know, if they brought him back, I would think it would be kind of cool, just so he can see Naruto's progression and mastery of Kurama's chakra and shit. That's the only reason I'd want to see him, is just for the interaction between him and Naruto specifically. I don't care what he does with Minato, I don't care what he does with Kakashi, I don't care what he does with any character other than Naruto, just because I think that would be a cool character interaction moment. But other than that, I'm pretty much done. If you want more reviews like this, post in the comment section below. If you hate this shit and you just want me to do gameplay, post in the comment section below. If you like the review, like the other videos I have around here somewhere, then just subscribe. And that's pretty much it. I'm Sanosuke, and I'm out. Peace, guys.